Hey, good morning. Guess who? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Tom's not here today. We're getting out of this in service early. Well, you assumed wrong because here I am. See, today I couldn't be with you because recently I started a new job with the state of Ohio, and right now I just haven't built enough time to really take any extra days off. So the best I could do is come to you via video. I hope that's okay. Um I worked in banking for a lot of years, and one thing I was just kind of growing tired with banking was all the new regulations and rules that the government's kind of putting on banks to kind of keep things compliant and all things that I understand. But listen, I was just, to be honest, I was getting tired of all those rules and kind of taking the fun out of banking. And no offense to my banker friends in the room, they could probably relate that government's kind of taken the art out of banking. And because of that, I just started looking for a new job, and I found one with the state of Ohio as a financial analyst, and couldn't be happier. But speaking of banking, one of the things that really drove me crazy about banking is that, like I said before, government regulations has taken the art out of banking. And it used to be when a customer would come into your office, you could really listen to their needs and try to find out how you could help them, and then you just add your special touch to it and help that customer build a house or buy a car, or maybe just maybe just borrow a little bit of money for vacation or something. And those days are almost over. And uh, and and the reason why it was frustrating for me is because it's like the banking regulations expected everybody to just fit within a certain box. And if you fit within this cookie cutter, we can help you. And realistically, as well as I do, is that people just aren't perfect. And people don't have perfect credit scores, and people miss payments from time to time, and people don't have thousands of dollars in their bank account. Some do, but not everybody. And you know and when you say, if you meet this criteria, then we can lend you money, it just became something that wasn't fun for me anymore, because people just aren't perfect, and you and I know that. And what got me to thinking about this today, when I mentioned to you that I just recently changed jobs, it also made me think that the other group of people that aren't perfect are the students that are going to be coming in this gymnasium inside the front doors this coming Wednesday morning. As the buses bust them in and parents drop them off, you're going to have crowds of young people coming into your building that they're just not perfect. And even though we would like for them to sit up straight, we'd like for them to raise their hand before speaking, and we would like for them to do all these, we'd like for them to smell good, we'd like for their hair to be combed, we'd like for them to have their lunch money, we'd like for them to have their forms filled out. But let's be honest, veterans in the room, that's just not going to happen. And for you new people that are just starting with our school district this year, if you came with those expectations, well, here, let me surprise you. It's not going to happen, because our kids aren't perfect, and their parents aren't perfect. And kids are going to fail, just like people fail. And just like in banking, you can't expect every customer that walks in the door to have perfect credit. You can't expect them to have money in the bank. You can't expect them to have 10 or 20% down to buy a house. You just can't have those expectations. But what you can do is you can try everything possible to help them get to where they want to be. And that's our goal. Our goal is, when those students come into the school, and we want to help them get from the second grade to the third grade. We want to help them get from the fifth grade to the sixth grade. We want to help them get from middle school to high school. And ultimately, we want to see them graduate. And that's our goal. But sometimes along the way, we have to try every single thing that we can to get them past the hurdles that they have, because the truth is, they're not perfect. You and I are not perfect, and we're not going to be perfect in our methods that we use to try to help that student get to where they want to be. And in trying to succeed, sometimes we're going to fall down. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to try new things, and we're going to fail. But what we have to do every time is we have to get back up again. We have to try, and we have to get there, because we have to succeed, because our students are depending on us. Which reminds me of a movie that my girls took me to see. We all went to see the movie Zootopia. I'm sure some of you have seen it, and I thought it was a good movie. It's about a little bunny rabbit named Judy Hopps. appropriately named, I must say. And she joins the police force. And while on the police force, she realizes that all of her day one ambition gets crushed when she realizes how difficult it really is to enforce the law. And but the unique thing about Judy Hopps is that she never gives up. Every time she encounters an obstacle, she tries and tries and tries again until she succeeds. And she jumps at the opportunity to take on this case that seems impossible to solve. But she jumps at the chance to take this opportunity. And no matter how difficult that it is, she tries and tries and tries until she ultimately solves the case. And at the end of this movie, Zootopia, there is a concert hosting the singer Gazelle, which in the movie is a gazelle, singing a Shakira song entitled Try Everything. And in this song, what you'll hear in the lyrics is about never giving up. And even though you're going to fail, it encourages you to make mistakes, to make new mistakes in trying to succeed. And the one lyric that stood out to me the most was a lyric that says, "Birds don't just fly, they fall down, then get up." And it really made me think, birds don't just fly. If a bird jumped out of a tree and never flapped its wings, it's just going to hit the ground. It takes effort on the bird's part to actually stay in the air. And it's going to take, and we can't expect our students to come into our classrooms and to come into our district and just simply succeed. It just doesn't happen that way. It's going to take a lot of effort on their part. It's going to take a lot of effort on my part, a lot of effort on your part. And I'm not saying this to people who don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to veterans who've been teaching for 30 years, for 20 years, and you know what I'm saying. And there are new people in this room that this is your first year teaching at Vinton County, in the Vinton County district, and you know that a student can't come into a classroom and just simply succeed. It's going to take effort. It's going to take trying. It's going to take failing and getting up and trying again. And I want to encourage you today that as we embark on this new journey for the beginning of the school year 2016, that the school board and the administration, we're here for you. We're here to support you. We're here to back you up. And we want to help you help those students. And we're not going to be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. You're going to get upset with me as a board member. You're going to get upset with other people in this room. You're going to get upset with one another. But at the end of the year, our goal is to see every student succeed and make it through another school year. And we're here to help you do that. So my advice, in the words of Shakira, of course, is to not give up and to not give in until you reach the end, and then I want you to try again. And if we can do that together, we're going to succeed. We're going to get these kids where they need to go because we're going to support one another. We're going to care about one another. We're going to coach each other, and we're going to get there. So today I just want to leave you with that support, with that encouragement. I bless you today. I love every one of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you need anything, you can reach out to me. You can email me. You can call me anytime. I really appreciate you and what you're doing. I look forward to meeting each one of you this year. Just want to give you a big fist bump or a big high five as you start the year. And let's go. See you later.